Top 10 most expensive things in the world. Have you thought about the amount of money people pay on things that some may see as ordinary? Well, you will be surprised about the amount paid on each of the following things on this list. Some prices may be reasonable for how much worth they carry, like old paintings, old cars, rare diamonds, etc. Today, we're going to talk about the most expensive things in the whole world. Things that only millionaires and even billionaires could afford. If you're interested in finding out what these things are, then please keep watching. Number 10. The Floating Magnetic Bed. $1.6 million. What exactly comes to your mind when I say a floating bed? Yep, that's exactly it. A bed that is literally floating and not attached to a single thing. Now, how is this possible? Architect Jan-Jaap Ruijsnaars took a total of 7 years to develop his unrealistic $1.6 million idea into the real world. The floating bed is a simple rectilinear board painted black and is accomplished through the use of magnetic system which keeps the bed suspended. This magnetic bed floats 1.2 feet above ground and can hold up to 2,000 pounds, that's 907 kilograms. So, weight is definitely not a problem considering this bed. And now the real question. What makes it different from other beds that makes it worth a fortune? The answer is nothing. It just floats. You will have a normal sleeping experience, says the bed owner. But it's a nice feeling having something completely unique in your house. Number 9. The Heinzmann Crystal Piano. $3.2 million. The Crystal Clear Beauty by Heinzmann & Co. piano was first introduced back in 2008 at the Beijing Olympic Games, where the world's famous pianist Lang Lang performed. At the time, he played to a global audience of almost 1 billion people. This seductive work of art holds the title of the most expensive piano to date. This transparent masterpiece is made up entirely of crystal. Given its probable fragility, it has only been played once before it was retired, which was back in the games and was sold at auction to an anonymous bidder for a record-breaking sum of 3.22 million USD. It's now somewhere in a private owner's home making incredible music. Number 8. The Diamond Panther Bracelet. $12.5 million. The most expensive bracelet on this planet is this magnificent Diamond Panther bracelet by Cartier, made especially for the Duchess of Windsor, Wallis Simpson. With its diamond-encrusted ears turned back and its menacing green emerald eyes staring boldly into you, bearing his sharp platinum teeth, this lifelike panther appears to be stalking anyone who comes near. Edward, Duke of Windsor and almost King of England, did a really good job proving that he loved his wife, the Duchess, by giving her such a gift. And indeed, that was one of the many he gifted. But this specific piece is the most amazing jewelry the world has ever seen, which carries the worth of $12.5 million. Number 7. Chopard 201 carat watch, $25 million. The $25 million watch features an array of colored diamonds in unusual hues and fancy shapes that add to the glamorous appeal. The entirely handmade watch is well worth its price tag. However, when it was created in 2000, Rich Glare revealed that it contains 874 high-grade diamonds of different colors and sizes. It's not just the sparkle factor that makes his watch such a stunner. Rich Glare noted that when one possesses the spring-loaded mechanism in the piece, the 3 heart-shaped stones open like flower petals exposed to the sun, exposing the pavé-set watch face, which contains 3 pear-shaped yellow diamonds that total 8.45 carat. At first glance, this seems like a diamond bracelet comparable to an explosion of color and brilliance, but upon closer inspection, you will find the actual watch. Number 6. Graf Diamond Hallucination. $55 million. Another diamond watch made it to the list, but this one is $30 million higher in price. The striking hallucination is a $55 million watch encrusted with multicolored and rare diamonds. It contains 110 carats worth of diamonds, which have been painstakingly inserted one by master craftsmen to create this colorful and impressive masterpiece. The Graf hallucination was first presented at Baselworld, where the public had the chance of seeing it for the first time. It is rumored that Mr. Graf spent several years amassing the stones that were eventually used for the watch. He described the hallucination as a sculptural masterpiece and celebration of colored diamonds. Number 5. 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO, $70 million. The retro Italian sports car broke the record in 2018 when Weathers Tech CEO David McNeil from Chicago purchased it for $70 million. The vehicle, with the chassis number 4153 GT, is believed to be the most expensive car in the world. Only 39 examples of the 250 GTO were built by the legendary Italian Mach between 1962 and 1964. And it's extremely rare for an owner to part with one at any price. Leading Ferrari historian Marcel Massini described the car as one of the top 3 or 4 GTOs in the world. Mr. Massini added he was confident a GTO would be sold for $100 million within 5 years. Ferrari fitted the 250 GTO with a 3-liter V12 engine, which developed more than 300 bhp, giving it a 0 to 60 mph time of 6.1 seconds and a top speed of more than 174 mph. Number 4. Wittelsbach Graf Diamond at $80 million. Weighing in at 35.56 carats, the Wittelsbach Graf Diamond, stunning blue diamond, is believed to have been discovered in the famed Golconda mines of India, where many of the world's most historic diamonds were found during the 17th century. While historians are uncertain as to who carried this beautiful stone from India to Europe, many surmises that it came over in the pouch of the legendary explorer and gems trader Jean-Baptiste Tavernier. Its color and clarity had been compared to the Hope diamond. The diamond had measured 24.40 millimeters in diameter and 8.29 millimeters in depth. It had 82 facets arranged in an atypical pattern. The star facets on the crown were vertically split, and the pavillon had 16 needle-like facets arranged in pairs, pointing outward from the cullet facet. In June 2011, the diamond was sold to the former Emir of Qatar, Hamad bin Khalifa, for $80 million. Number 3. Cézanne's The Card Players paintings, $250 million. The Card Players is not just one painting, it's a series of 5 paintings. Created between 1890 and 1895, this quintet of oil paintings is considered a cornerstone of Cézanne's final period, when he created some of his most acclaimed work. Their sizes vary greatly, ranges from roughly 4.5 by 6 feet all the way down to just 1.5 by 2 foot. One of these paintings was sold in a private deal between Embericos and the Qatari royals. The exact price paid for the Card Players is unknown. Estimates typically place the figure between $250 and $300 million. However, the other paintings are spread across the world, 2 in America, 1 in Paris, and 1 in London. Number 2. Leonardo da Vinci Salvator Mundi, $450 million. The Salvator Mundi was originally painted by Da Vinci for King Louis of France, along with his consort Anne of Brittany between 1499 and 1504. Various copies of the painting were made by followers of Leonardo, with about 12 known examples executed by his pupils and others. Some versions differ significantly from the original. Leonardo's version was thought to have been lost after the mid-17th century. In 2005, a Salvator Mundi was presented and acquired at an auction for less than $10,000. It had been heavily overpainted so it looked like a copy, and was before restoration described as a wreck, dark and gloomy. The consortium believed there was a possibility that this seemingly low-quality work might actually be the long-missing Da Vinci original. However, the painting ended up being the original Da Vinci painting indeed, after they discovered that the painter had second thoughts where to draw the Christ thumb, since copiers would have no doubts about composition. The Salvator Mundi was sold for an astonishing $450.3 million on November 15, 2017, at a Christie auction to Prince Badr bin Abdullah. It set the record for the most expensive painting ever sold in a public auction. And finally, number 1, Antilia, Mumbai, $2 billion. The richest man in India and chairman of Reliance Industries, Mukesh Ambani's residence is estimated to be the world's second most expensive after the Buckingham Palace. The mansion, named Antilia, is the absolute pinnacle in luxury and extravagance. So why is this building so expensive? First, they picked the most expensive street to build in. The 400,000 square feet building is located Altamount Road in South Mumbai, one of the most expensive addresses in the world. The Antilia is a 27-story building, is designed to survive an 8 Richter scale earthquake. The man literally has devoted 6 whole floors to his cars, like seriously 6 floors. Apart from the garage that can house countless cars, he even has his own car service station on floor 7. I wonder if he has a racetrack on floor 8. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. In addition to all of this, he has 3 helipads on the roof. Long story short, this mansion is the dream. We won't finish talking if we kept telling you what this mansion includes. No wonder why it's estimated at $2 billion.